What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, and all of you in between. Hmm? Oh, you must be wondering who I am. Well, Rio won't be here at the moment, and I'll be taking over for him. You see, one night, while he was sleeping, he found himself in a blue room lit with a strange aura, and an old man with a freakishly long nose, and a pretty art assistant. After making a contract, he woke up and made a pact with me. And, well, here I am. Name's Blitz. I'm Rio's persona. So all the stuff he's been holding back from saying, all his opinions, I'll share with you guys full force. Anyways, introductions aside, I'm sure you're all here for the Pokemon, so let's get this on with the info. Now, from our last video, Arsenal and Rio were discussing on what their hopes for the game were and pretty much what they didn't want to see, what they wanted to see, and from the time they found out some new information on the web. So there was a leak on the new Pokemon Switch game. When I checked further in, I found a link that led to 4chan. Yep, good old 4chan. There was this Italian translator who was translating the game, and apparently his user was Puke? Whatever, Puke, or whatever. Puke, we'll go with Puke. Anyways, he claimed to have info on the Pokemon Switch. They even had documents about translating the Switch game. At first I thought it was fake. I mean, there's been zillions of times before with fake documents. And they have tons of future games for Nintendo with solid evidence and yada yada yada. But anyways, it looks like the user actually has come with a few updates for the game, and from the looks of it, it looks pretty interesting. So, take it with a grain of salt. Now, Serena has claimed that there's nothing at all fishy about it. Oh, you're probably wondering who she is. Well, do you remember back then when Sun and Moon was still not out yet? It was yet to be released, and there was that leak about all the starters' evolutions? Yeah, you can thank her for translating those Chinese leaks. She also has some people on the inside with some info on the Pokemon Switch game, so I'd say she's pretty legit. Now, enough backstory. I'll read you guys what Puke wrote in the links. Let's see. Alright, this guy has a lot of info, so listen up. First thing, they said that this region isn't Kanto. Thank God. I'm tired, like Rio said before, I'm tired of all this Kanto stuff. All you nostalgia people, just get over it. Move on to a new region. Seriously, God. Anyways, and because it's, let's see the next one, because it's taken them so long to translate the script, it seems the story is going to be a lot longer than Ultra Sun and Moon. Well, they say that it's longer than Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon was longer than Sun and Moon, but to me, it felt like it was probably like, what, 15 minutes long, so that's like nothing. Honestly, Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon was not that different, I guess, with like a little bit more cutscenes. Not really making the cut, but anyways. Fortunately, though, they have the scripts. They do not know the title of the one game yet, nor do they know the locations names. So, I mean, they're still working on it. So, I mean, for them to find the actual title of the Pokemon game would be nice to have, but if they don't have it, they don't have it. Moving on, there are no Alola references in my script, so I can't predict this. Hopefully there will be some way to get Zeraora, because, I mean, like I said, Zeraora is my favorite Pokemon, so that would be pretty cool to have him in there. And plus with the new movie coming out, come on. Say something about a Spinda, not really sure what that meant, but there's something that he explained earlier in the thread. I don't have that, I don't really care about Spinda, so moving on. You can use special items in the arena. You can't assign them to your Pokemon. They can affect the field in many different ways. So, from the looks of this, it looks like maybe you can change the battlefield, like maybe put up an electric field or a fairy field, or maybe something like traps or something, I don't know. Let's see, next, it's safe to say that the character customization is making a comeback, and there's a lot of shops. Thank God. I mean, I kind of knew that it was going to come back. My only gripe is I just want them to make it good. You know, like, I mean, they did a pretty good job in X and Y, but I mean, but they dropped the ball major in Sun and Moon. Again, it's a major disappointment. It's just have good outfits, have a lot more hair selections, and for the love of God, let me play as someone that's not a freaking kid. Seriously. Why can't we do that? Yeah, sorry about that. Moving on. No info on the new Eevee evolutions. That's not really surprising because Puke is translating what seems to be the beginning of the first half of the game, so I feel like the new Eevees will come in later. No Ultra Beast mentions. Thank God. I really don't want them in here because I feel like the Ultra Beasts were special to Alola. So having them in here kind of like makes Alola not as special, even though Sun and Moon already kind of did that. As far as battles goes, there's only gets the names of the Pokemon moves and the statuses like Paralysis and Burn, and what's not, so he doesn't really know if the PP is going to be a thing anymore. I feel like it might be like cooldowns or something, because if not, we're going to have people spamming Fire Blast, and it's going to be pretty OP. Let's see. Also, there's numerous battle arenas where you'll have new types of battle. Some before where there was a leak saying that there's going to be a new type of battle system. Maybe this is what they're talking about with the whole real time and kind of like getting straying away from the whole take turns bullcrap. See, they go on saying that they feel pretty confident that the trailer that's going to come out, there's going to be at least one thing that they mention in the trailer. So, this guy seems pretty confident. So, I mean, maybe he's trolling, maybe he's telling the truth. We don't know yet. But if he feels confident, I'm feeling a little confident in this guy. He also goes on about the starters and says that it has like one has a confusing face. Not really sure what that means. Maybe it has a face that looks like Psyduck or like Slowpoke. Or maybe, we'll see what that happens. Alternatively, there's a jungle boy named Sylvan. And a food named Kotu. And a big fat grass Pokemon. Possibly a new type of Snorlax, maybe, or maybe just another fat-ass Pokemon, I don't know. They should be relevant in the reveal trailer. Whew, boy. There's still a lot more information for y'all, so sit tight. So far, nothing new about new Pokemon, new type, so it looks like we're gonna have the same 18 types still. There's gonna be a huge island. Part of it's gonna be the part of the region, or probably the whole region. Hopefully it's part of the region, because I want it open world. I want it huge, like Breath of the Wild. Probably bigger. I don't know. I mean, that'd be pretty awesome. There's like over 800 Pokemon, so let's make it big. What? There's no Mew references. That sucks. Rio explained in his earlier video that it'd be cool to see like a new mythical Pokemon roaming about. But, I mean, so far it's not, but maybe it'll be implemented later. DLC, crossing fingers. All same items are here so far. Besides the new arena items, maybe it's going to be traps like I said before. No mentions of a Team Rocket so far, so maybe we'll get a new gang. Hopefully one that can be taken seriously, unlike Team Skull. Seriously. Sylvan, the Jungle Boy, seems scared of someone, so maybe we'll see early in the story of who this mystery person is. Maybe it's going to be that new gang that they were talking about. We'll see. Alright, we're getting to the nit and grit. Oh, well, let's see right here. It looks like we have some more updated info. So Puke has some more scripts for us to look at, and first, there's an airport of some sort. Well, I guess that's important. I mean, Sun and Moon games, you kind of started out in a plane to go to the Alola region, as well as Unova. I forgot the name of that Sky Gym leader, but you go to her airport and then you guys fly somewhere. It's been so long since I played that. Yeah, it's been airports before in a Pokemon game, but I mean, yeah, it was kind of cool that they're bringing that back. I guess for this one, this is how you kind of go to different parts before you get the move Fly, or maybe you can go to other regions, hopefully. Again, crossing fingers. There's a turbo mechanic, which is like a stat boost for weaker Pokemon, so I guess that's like a new experience share or something, or maybe that's like a new battle mechanic like with the Z moves or Mega Evolution. I mean, not saying that there's going to be a Mega Evolution, but I mean, maybe it's something that makes other Pokemon relevant, like Z moves did. Like, I mean, let's say Slowbro. That, ugh, disgusting excuse for a Mega Evolution. But now that Z moves, like, you can use it on any Pokemon. So maybe this Turbo mechanic kind of makes it so that your beloved Pidgey can take down a, I don't know, the Groudon or something. Doubt it, but I mean, I don't know. You can stand the chance for something. I don't know. Shit. Ooh, here's an interesting one. There's these Snake Brothers. One's bad and one's good. So maybe there's like a Survivor or an Arbok, or maybe there's like a new Snake Pokemon since like the whole setting's jungle-like or whatever. That'd be pretty cool. I wonder what their personalities are going to be like. I don't know. So far, these look pretty interesting. I'm actually getting pretty hyped for this. Okay, now we got some info on the new evil team. Okay, finally. Looks like they got some new stuff. Looks like they're going to be attracting people from the village. So they're going to bring the people from the village to that new town that they have built. Kind of like to empty the island. So maybe there's something special about that island that they're trying to get, but the people are there in the way, so they made a new island or a new town or whatever and bring the people over to that to try and get that treasure or Pokemon. I don't know. That seems pretty interesting. That seems like something like Team Rocket would do. I mean, so far they're like the only team that actually had a goal that made sense. But yeah. Let's see. He says he's not going to post anything else until the first trailer drops, and he leaves us with this pic. And looking at it, we can already point out a few things, like the snakes and the Eevee, and, well, let's dissect this picture. Alright, starting from the left, we can see Buddha statue with a Pokeball next to it. So maybe there's like a Buddha-inspired Pokemon, or like how the Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, there's like places where you can pray to the Buddha, or there's probably some kind of religious aspect that deals with Pokemon. I mean, I don't know why they put a Buddha and then a Pokeball unless, I don't know, maybe it means like you can catch the Buddha, so it's like you catch the Pokemon, or maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe, I mean, having more religious aspects to it in the game would be like, kind of brings more character, makes the world more alive, I guess. Kind of, in kind of fills in the lore, something like that. That'd be pretty interesting. I don't know. Moving on, there's an airport icon with a U.S. flag, and the only region based on the U.S. is the Unova region. So maybe we can go back and forth between Unova and the new region, or maybe the stories tie in with the Unovan characters. So maybe we'll see N come back. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe we'll see some of the new gym leaders. Maybe the new team's gonna be like a rebooted Team Plasma. I mean, they've been rebooted already, so maybe they come back again. Okay, there's like this Hills of Eyes picture here. I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen the trailer, and that freaked the fuck out. It's like they're in this desert thing, or there's like this house, and there's like these deformed people or whatever. So I don't know, maybe the evil team is deformed like the characters in the book or movie, whatever that is, or maybe we're getting a zombie Pokemon finally. Wait, have we had a zombie Pokemon before? Yeah, we've had poison types, we had sludges, we've had ghosts, but we haven't had zombies. We've had witches, but no zombies. I mean, maybe it's about time we got a zombie. Also, there's the snakes. One's with wings, and it seems that one's the bad snake. And then there's a regular looking one down there, and that one might be the good snake. Well, okay, yeah, it has their names right next to it. There's bad snake, there's good snake. Let's see, for the bad snake, it needs Pokemon eggs as tribute, and it says inner strength personification. Okay, maybe these snakes are like the new legendary mascot Pokemon like Groudon, Kyogre, Rayquaza, and whatnot. Wait, serious? So, are there gonna be like Pokemon are human sacrifices in this game? Damn, Pokemon going all out. Alright, cool. Let's see, as for the good snake, it collects light to supply the nutrients for the abyss creatures. Wait, hold on. Abyss creatures? So, maybe this goes back to the Hills Have Eyes reference. Maybe instead of deformed characters or whatever, those are the abyss creatures, and they use this picture to kind of put these two together. Like these abyss creatures are like the creatures in the Hills Have Eyes. That would be pretty interesting. Or maybe that. Okay, this is the same thing. Okay, you guys would probably remember from like pretty much almost every Pokemon game so far, they had like some creepy aspect where it's like the old chateau or that one shack where they talked about the people with the no faces and whatever. Maybe this is that thing. Maybe there's like a bigger section where they kind of, I don't know, they kind of bring out that scary part where that has your minds boggled or something. I hope they do that because that was so cool. Like in X and Y where they had that old guy tell that story. I mean, it was kind of chilling. It was pretty like wow. And then in Black and White, they actually had that section along with an extra, what do you call it? An extra like a side quest where that one girl died, and then you get to meet Darkrai or whatever. Maybe this has to do with something like that. I don't know, but that'd be pretty cool. I think that'd be pretty awesome. All right. So yeah. So it brings light to the abyss creatures. Let's see, cooperative spirit personification. There's a line between that says plot twist, so maybe they switch roles, or maybe the one that's bringing the abyss creatures is trying to like take over the world with abyss creatures or something like that, and maybe the one that is strength personified is trying to save the world or something. I don't know. Now, in the middle, there's a pyramid. There seems to be a pyramid here. There's like two Eevees, one standing on the rock, and then there's one with a kite. So maybe this is indicating. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys. So there was like a official Pokemon page Twitter where they tweeted out a picture of Eevee. One, it was an Eevee doll, obviously, but the doll was looking out from the window, looking at the clouds, and then there was one that was of Eevee looking like onto like an island or whatever. So maybe this kind of reflects on that, where, I mean, there's Eevee's on the rock, and then Eevee's on the kite signifying the sky, the rock signifying probably it's going to be a rock type or a ground type. So maybe we're getting two new Eevee evolutions. One's going to be a sky Eevee, the other one's going to be either a rock or a ground Eevee. Personally, I would rather a ground Eevee than a rock Eevee, because, I mean, I don't know. I feel like you can do cooler designs with a ground type than you could with a rock type. And, I mean, Eevee's supposed to be kind of soft. So, I mean, making a rock Eevee, it's like, I mean, they did with Rockruff, and they made him, like, kind of furry and whatnot, and had rocks on there. So they could do that, too. But, I don't know. I'd rather have ground. I mean, it would make Earthquake, if it could learn it, like, more with stab and whatnot. You know, with all these leaks, I feel like this ties in a lot with Pokemon Black and White. So, for instance, the brothers. There's a good snake and then there's a bad snake. Just like where there was one with like ideals, and I think the other one was truth, or whatever. Not Kiram. I forgot. One was Zekrom, the other one was Reshiram. There you go. So those were the two brothers, and they fought over their ideals and whatnot. So maybe this has to do with that. One's good, one's bad this time, and maybe they fight over that. The whole airport thing with the American flag, the whole Unova references. I mean, and considering that Unova was supposed to be like a reboot of the Pokemon series, this one's going to be a reboot of the Pokemon series, kind of tied in with that. So, I mean, maybe this is going to be the rework that we were looking for. I don't know. Well, that seems about it. So, folks, that's all we have so far for the Italian leaks. I can't wait for the actual trailer to come out. That's going to be so hype. I'm predicting that's going to be in the next Nintendo Direct, which will come out soon, hopefully. Let's cross our fingers, people. If this is true, because, I mean, it seems really interesting. Like I said before, this is like a story where you would. I mean, we haven't had a story like this in a while. I mean, so far as Pokemon's stepped up its game a bit with the story wise. I mean, Sun and Moon, though honestly the game it was but I mean, I enjoyed the story and the characters. Not so much Team Skull because they were kind of like the anime Team Rocket minus the actual humor, but yeah. But yeah, I mean, I find this really interesting, and it would be a huge letdown, kind of like Sun and Moon.
Oh, 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 move over, Colin Mockery. There's a new face in the biz. His name is Captain.
Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, I mean, like it, subscribe. I know this is a new channel, but like Rio always says, we only go up from here. Anyways, check out our other videos and look forward to our next one. Alright, it looks like y'all just been blitzed. Bye!